Here was on the left side Chaim Levitan, a neighbor, me, my father, my brother, Shmuel Pekovsky. That's 5 people in this line. And we saw a bunch of clothing in front of us from the previous groups. A German was sitting knee, one foot at the other, a machine gun on his knee, and pointed not on us, but on the pitch. We were meanwhile undressing. I saw my father naked. I saw all the neighbors naked. Myself I didn't see. My brother, he didn't look on me, he didn't look on nobody. He was putting his face on my father's leg, and he grabbed him so hard, he wouldn't let him off. He wouldn't let, my father could make a step without his head. And the end, me going to the grave, step by step, by the door. My father armed me with his hand on my arm, and machine gun started to. I fall down. I remember. He pushed me down. I fall in before him. I assume he fell down on me. I didn't see him falling down on me, but he was the closest down on me, and the nearest to me, howling and blood spilling. Seconds, and stopped quiet. That happened in September, Rosh Hashanah 1941.
Let me go through the steps how this had to happen. Bear in mind that the Jews in a given area were usually concentrated well before in a specific section of town, or if it was from the countryside and the smaller towns into the largest town around.
They had identified the Jews in advance, pulled them all into the town center, and again, they were careful not to let anyone really know what the end result was going to be as much as they could until it was too late.
They would be marched up to the edge after they were made naked. In most cases, we know because we have diagrams of the killing, 2 or 3 or 4 people would shoot people, normally in the back. And the reason you had 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 is essentially so that none of the killers had an individual responsibility. I don't know if it's my bullet that killed if I'm a killer or somebody else's.
They were shot usually by security police and SD personnel. Sometimes volunteers from among the auxiliaries were sought, and they were involved doing the shooting as well. After the men were gone, then they went after the women and children. The fiendish thinking behind this strategy was that if they'd killed the women and children first, the men would be more likely to fight, because they'd have nothing left to lose. And then another layer of people would be shot. Once the pit was filled to capacity, it would be covered over. After another layer of soil was put on, layer of lime, and then topsoil would be covered.
Now, the local townspeople report something very interesting. They report that the ground was moving for several days. There's reason to believe now that the reason that the earth was unsettled and the earth was moving is that for several days there still were some people alive there, some people who were still moving, and the earth didn't cover them fully, or there was a pocket of air, and the ground continued to move. That's before the ground swelled because of the nature of the gas that was excreted.
And I was laying with the corpse. I don't know. I had to think for so many times. How long was it? I don't know. 10 minutes? An hour? Or 2 hours? I don't know. Till I start feeling I'm not dead. Like I'm alive. What all over me? Around me, but that quiet. When I stood up with my hand, held my hand, out of the grace. It was a little, not dark, between dark and light. I'm going. No, not thinking where I'm going, but I'm going.